What's good, homies? Welcome back to another Rugby League Live 4 South Sydney Rabbitohs career video. We're back with Game 2 of the State of Origin series. We're back with our fairly young Queensland team. As we take a look at the lineups here, and there's no major changes for us. The only change for us comes in the front row. We've started Dylan Nupper and we've moved Jared Wallace to come off the bench. So it's do or die for us coming into Game 2. We lost pretty convincingly in the first game. We just couldn't put anything together in attack. And that was I'm pretty sure that was our return back to Rugby League Live 4, our first game after a few weeks. And like I've said in the past, I tend to struggle on my first game back. Anyway, we're more than warmed up for this game, as we're coming off some pretty big wins of the Rabbitohs. Alright, so we started this game 10 minutes in, fresh off a penalty, and we're going to get smashed in the tackle. Plenty of big hits to come in this match, as we shifted to Morgan on this left side, and he gets it out to Munster. A beautiful ball puts him through the gap, and he's going to get wrapped up 10 meters out, as we shift it wide to Nupper. And he's met with some solid defense, getting driven backwards a few meters. On the third, we send it to Taylor to Ponga, and Ponga with the quick hands gets it out to Chambers, who splits the defenders, and we're going to score the first try of the game. So looking back at the replay, it looked a little clumsy because our block runner was getting in the way here. Thankfully, all Ponga had to do was tap it onto Chambers, who did all the work from there. So not a bad start at all to the game, as our young halfback takes the shot at goal. First kick of the game, and it's pretty difficult as it fades away to the right, and we want to keep that 4-point lead. Alright, so we're close to the 20th minute here. Shifting it between playmakers, a beautiful inside ball to Papali'i, and he gets it away to Hunt, who then gets collected in a high tackle. If you guys didn't catch the lineup, Ben Hunt is playing at hooker for us as we get piggybacked up the field. Second tackle, we send it to Morgan looking for Hunt on the inside, and Hunt's going to get wrapped up 5 meters out from the try line. As we look for Chambers once again down this right side, but he's well looked after on this occasion as he gets wrapped up. Still 5 meters out, we send it out to a flat-footed Taylor, who links up with his halves partner, who then sends it back inside to Josh Maguire, and it's going to be Maguire finally crosses the line for our second try of the game. So after repeated attempts of an inside ball play, it finally works out for us as Maguire gets a one-on-one with Maloney and just bumps him off to score that second try. Looking pretty good as we approach the 30th minute, and we're going to take a little hit up here as we send it to Gillett, and Gillett's going to get sent to another dimension and loses the ball in the process. It's the absolute worst place to lose the ball. 10 meters out from our line as they go short to Merrin, and Merrin goes on a little charge just past the 10. On the first tier, as they go to Graham, the ball playing second rower doesn't do anything with the ball in hand as he just takes a little settler. A little short ball for Maloney, who had to jump for it. It's the third tackle, and New South Wales are looking a little lost with the ball in hand as they send it to Graham once again, and this time Graham picks out Ash Taylor and he's going to drag him over the line with him as he finally gets New South Wales on the board. Right as I was saying they looked lost with ball in hand, it took a solo effort from Wade Graham here, picking out Ash Taylor, and as we take a look at the replay, in the bunker, as you can see, he barely makes the line, and they're going to finally get the green lights. So as usual, we got Jimmy Maloney here taking the shots at goal, and it's a perfect kick as he gets them within 4 points, and that ends up being the final score as we head into the halftime break. It was a pretty decent half of football, plenty of tries scored, and plenty of big hits by the New South Welshmen. Unfortunately for us, the user, since they nerfed the big hit, it's pretty hard to pull them off, as Milford gets a beautiful offload away to Morgan, and I don't know why we tried to pass there. Morgan was through the gap, and again we're going to hand the ball over inside our own half. It's going to be Wade Graham here, who gets driven backwards in the tackle on the 20 with a full set up their sleeve. New South Wales on the attack, and they set up a beautiful little inside ball play. All it took was a little split second of uncertainty from Kalen Ponga. I was a little hesitant there when I was controlling the fullback, and before I knew it, Tedesco was already over the line. But yeah, like I was saying, it's probably one of my favorite inside ball plays. I haven't actually managed to do it myself, but it's a pretty slick play when you see it done right by the AI. As we jump back into the action, inside the final 20 minutes of the game, And New South Wales are going to give away a penalty for accidental offside, I guess. As you can probably tell, we're in desperate need of a momentum shift and we're not going to find the line of the kick. But thankfully, Dane Gagai with this huge tackle, he completely overpowers Brett Morris into touch and we're going to get the ball back. So third tackle here, couple block runners, and we find Papali who gets wrapped up just outside the 10. A beautiful play set up to the right. As Maguire doesn't pass the ball, we just take the tackle there. Fifth and last, we send it out to Taylor. Taylor puts it on the toe for himself, regathers, and we're going to score our third try of the game. A desperate try. Let's try to keep the series alive. Some would say we cheesed that one in, but like I was saying, we need to keep this series alive as Taylor converts his own try. And we retake the lead 16 points to 12. Alright, so back at the kickoff, Dylan Napa almost cracks the line there. Inside the 20 though. On the first, we send it to Papali'i. Papali'i with the big fin. Bumps off James Tedesco. And he's in the open field here. Nothing but grass in front of him as the defense closes in. He sends it to Chambers. And Chambers is going to get pulled down inside the 10. A blockbusting run by Papali'i puts us in prime position for more points. And that's exactly what happens here. As Cohen Hess comes off the bench and makes a huge statement here, easily getting past two defenders to score our fourth try of the game, all on the back of that huge run by Papali'i. As Ash Taylor converts, and he further extends our lead, 22 points to 12. Alright, so with 3 minutes remaining in the match, Ash Taylor looks to clear it, and he kicks it down the throat of Brett Morris, as Brett Morris steps around two defenders, beats a third, and he's going to race away for a little consolation try here for the New South Wales Blues. As he scores under the posts, some pretty lazy defense there to end the match, but it doesn't really matter as we do keep the series alive. It just ends up being a little consolation try here for the Blues, as Maloney looks to convert the final points of the match. And that's going to be full time here. We walk away with the victory, 22 points to 18. It was do or die for us coming into game 2, and thankfully we got the job done as we defeat the New South Wales Blues. So Ash Taylor ends up getting man of the match. If you made it this far into the video, hit up that comment section with the hashtag OddSquad, and as always, drop that like button for more Rugby League Live 4 content, or more content in general. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you later.